Hey, my friends, it's Rachel. Welcome back to the channel. Grab your coffee, your tea, your sanity, whatever's left of it, and let's talk about something we have all been guilty of: trying too hard. Now, before we get started, fair warning, you aren't going to see Reggie in today's video. He is visiting my in-laws so they can get their fur baby fix. Now, I fully realize that Reggie is the real star of this channel and I am just supporting cast, so I hate to disappoint. But I promise you he will be back for the next one, raring to investigate what happened in his yard while he was gone. Now, back to us humans trying too hard, trying to fix ourselves, trying to prove ourselves, trying to make life make sense when it very obviously does not. I know the message we've all grown up hearing is try harder, push through, hustle, grind, no pain, no gain. But lately, I've been wondering if maybe we have been sold the wrong idea. Maybe the peace we're all chasing doesn't come from trying harder, but from actually knowing when to stop. We live in a world that worships effort, the rise and grind culture, the endless self-improvement list, the 10-step morning routine that promises inner peace if you just buy the right candle, wake up at 4 a.m. and drink lemon water before you do anything else. But here's the problem. Trying can quietly become fighting. Fighting with time, fighting with reality, fighting with ourselves. You ever notice how when you really want to fall asleep, you can't? You try to relax and somehow you find yourself even more awake than ever? That is basically a metaphor for modern life. The more we try to control everything, the more out of control we feel. And somewhere in that chaos, I stumbled across a bit of wisdom. Actually, one of you pointed me toward it, so I've got someone out there to thank for this. One of you recommended a while back that I listen to Alan Watts. When I finally did, I was so glad I followed up. I haven't been looking into him for long. I've done some reading and heard a few of his talks, but something about his way of thinking hit home. What I love about Watts is that he wasn't trying to fit neatly into one label. He wasn't the Buddhist guy or the Taoist guy. He was a bridge. He took ideas from Buddhism, Taoism, Hinduism, and he translated them for our very Western, overthinking, over-efforting minds. Some people don't like that, but I do. I love pulling from different philosophies because it gives you a wider, more balanced view of life. Stoicism teaches control only over what's controllable. Taoism teaches flow. Buddhism teaches detachment from craving. Put them together and you have basically got a guidebook for surviving 2025 with your sanity intact. Watts talked frequently about what Taoism calls Wu Wei, effortless action, or the watercourse way. Water doesn't try to go downhill. It doesn't attend a seminar on how to flow more efficiently. It just does what water does. It finds the path of least resistance. Meanwhile, we humans spend decades fighting gravity, emotionally, mentally, sometimes literally with our skincare routines. But what if stop trying doesn't mean giving up? What if it means finally cooperating with life? We don't like that idea in the Western world. We love our control. We control our schedules, our diets, our thermostats, our image, our narrative. We will meditate to reduce stress, and then we get mad when meditation doesn't work. We treat peace like it is something to achieve, another box to check on the to-do list between clean the garage and find life's purpose. We forget that you cannot force stillness any more than you can force someone to love you. Trying harder at the wrong thing just makes you tired and resentful. I have done it myself, trying to control outcomes that were never mine to control, trying to fix people who didn't want fixing, trying to outrun my own health issues, and every single time it ended the same way. I was exhausted, frustrated, and usually eating popcorn for dinner because cooking felt like too much effort. Now, let's be clear. This isn't about apathy. It's not about sitting on the couch saying, whatever happens, happens, while Netflix is asking you if you're still watching. It's about surrendering the illusion that we can micromanage life. The Stoics said, focus only on what you can control and accept what you can't. Taoists said, flow with the river, don't fight it. Alan Watts basically said, you're the river. Different words, same truth. Peace begins where control ends. There's also this modern obsession with becoming your best self, which sounds nice until it turns into this full-time job. We curate, optimize, and we filter ourselves until we forget who we were before the editing started. Sometimes the most rebellious thing you can do is stop trying to become and just be. Think about it. A flower does not strive to bloom faster. It grows when conditions allow it to. It doesn't freak out because the tulip next to it is taller. It doesn't post motivational quotes about grind season. It just exists, beautifully and unapologetically. Maybe that's the goal, not to bloom faster, but to stop comparing our blooming to everyone else's. I have learned this lesson the hard way. There was a time when I thought effort was everything. If I just worked harder, planned better, held myself together tighter, I could make life obey me. Then life laughed and said, "Oh, sweetie, that's adorable." Health problems have a way of humbling you. They strip away the illusion of control faster than any self-help book ever could. Suddenly, pushing through isn't noble, it's dangerous. I had to learn to let go, not because I wanted to, but because my body demanded it. And oddly enough, that is when peace and my health started sneaking back in. I realized that when I stopped trying to force healing, I began to actually heal. When I stopped trying to fix every problem immediately, some of them quietly solved themselves. Life didn't need me to hold it all together. It just needed me to stop strangling it. And honestly, the fact that I can even give this kind of advice now, it's kind of hilarious to me. If you had known me back in the day, you'd know what a hot mess I was at times. My life was kind of a shit show for a while. So the fact that I have mostly found my zen, especially in this dumpster fire of a year, is nothing short of a miracle. Or at least a strong argument for coffee, time, and a little bit of grace. So why do we keep doing it? Why do we keep trying to force what can't be forced? Well, because trying makes us feel safe. Effort gives us the illusion of control. If I'm doing something, anything, then I am not helpless. I'm not waiting. I'm not vulnerable. But that's a trap, because the constant need to be in control keeps us anxious, hypervigilant, and exhausted. It's like standing in the ocean trying to stop the waves. The harder you fight, the more you get knocked over. If you just float, yeah, it's uncomfortable at first, but eventually you realize the water is holding you up. That is what surrender feels like. We have been told that effort equals virtue, that to earn happiness we have to suffer first. But what if happiness isn't a trophy you win? It's the baseline you return to when you stop running laps around yourself. It doesn't mean we stop doing things. It means we stop forcing them. The best decisions I have ever made didn't come from panic or planning. They came from clarity. And clarity never shows up when you're clenched like a fist. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is unclench. Let the job go. Let the person go. Let the plan breathe. Life isn't testing your endurance. It's offering you a partnership. Now, here's the funny part. We are terrified of what happens if we stop trying. We think everything is going to fall apart. The truth? Most of it doesn't. The parts that do probably needed to. We confuse effort with importance. We think that if something matters, it has to be hard. No pain, no gain, after all. Isn't that what we tell ourselves constantly? But not everything worth doing has to hurt. Some things grow best in calm, steady attention, not force. And that includes us. One thing I have come to love about philosophy, Eastern or Western, is that it all circles back to the same idea. You are not separate from life. You're part of it. The Stoics remind us you can't control the storm, only your response. The Taoists believe you are the storm and the calm after it, because they're two sides of the same coin. And Alan Watts stitched those truths together with humor, reminding us that life isn't supposed to be a serious contest. He once said that trying to define yourself is like trying to bite your own teeth, which, quite honestly, is probably one of the best descriptions of modern self-help that I have ever heard. We spend so much time analyzing ourselves that we forget to experience ourselves. Maybe the secret isn't to find meaning in everything, but to notice that the meaning's already there when we stop demanding it. It's wild how much the modern world rewards tension. You can't even rest without someone telling you to make your rest productive. Sleep tracking, mindfulness apps that stress you out about your mindfulness score. It's absurd. Even peace has become competitive. But peace does not need metrics. It needs permission. When you stop trying to earn calm, you start to feel it. I think that's what stop trying is really about. Remembering how to live with ease. Not laziness, ease. Ease doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care wisely. It's trusting that you'll know when to act and when to let go. It's trusting that the world is going to keep spinning even when you take a breath. It's remembering that you are part of nature too, and nature doesn't rush, but everything still gets done. And I know, it sounds beautiful in theory, but in real life, we have got bills and deadlines, kids, and group texts that never seem to die. So let's talk about how to stop trying without completely losing your mind or your job. Because I can already hear someone saying, "That's great, Rachel, but I can't just stop trying. I have responsibilities." I get it. This isn't about dropping out of life. It's about how you move through it. Pick your battles. Some things aren't problems. They're just life. Notice the grip. If you catch yourself clenching your jaw or rehearsing conversations that haven't even happened, that is your cue. Loosen the mental fist. Do one thing slowly. Drink coffee without multitasking. Drive without a podcast. You'll be amazed at how fast your nervous system thanks you. Stop editing your peace. If something brings you calm, gardening, silence, music, baking, don't apologize for it. Protect it like oxygen. And most of all, remember, there is no prize for the most exhausted human. Now, coming back to flow. Maybe life isn't asking us to try harder. Maybe it's inviting us to listen more. To stop fighting the current long enough to realize it was carrying us somewhere all along. You can still chase goals, dream big, build things, but just don't forget to breathe while you do it. Because when you stop trying so hard to become, you finally have space to be. So, if you're tired of holding everything together, maybe you don't need to try harder. Maybe you just need to stop trying so hard. Loosen that grip a little bit. Or, as 38 Special put it, hold on loosely, but don't let go. If you cling too tightly, you're going to lose control. Let life meet you halfway. And maybe, just maybe, you'll realize it's been trying to meet you there all along. Okay, if this helped, stick around. We talk about stuff like this all the time. Thanks for watching. As always, take care of you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.